He's forever a shadow of how I look at life and how I look at men now. He have changed me as a person.
It is really an eye-opener because when it happens to me, I realize that this kind of things happens to boys as well, and it's not just girls.
He's like a fatherly figure to me because I was having problems with my family, specifically my father. I just needed someone that can care for me, who is always there for me. I remember I'm very scared. At one point I said I didn't want to continue, but he still forced himself on me. After 2 months, I told my mom about it. She gave me a very tight slap on the face. My mom saying that you are dirty, you're never gonna get married. So instantly you feel like, oh my God, what have I done?
Inside puberty is that your feelings about the opposite sex, for instance.
I think sometimes it's just guilt. I didn't do enough to protect my child, so you kind of transfer the blame onto the victim. But that is so typical of our society, blaming victims. And I think we are failing our young people by refusing to help them. So there are dangers upon dangers piling up because of the advance of technology, because we can't do without this technology, right? So we have to find a way, new, more innovative ways to protect our children. And if we keep living in denial, then we're not going to protect our children lah.
He started to talk about sex. For me, I'm totally naive about that until I knew this guy. The way he say about that, it's like he's sharing knowledge. At the point I was crying lah, and I was like, what happened to this guy? He totally becomes like a monster.
Young people find it hard to talk to adults, much less a policeman. It's not the most natural thing for them to do, to go and report.
There's two police, one guy and one girl. The guy keep on saying that awak pun Sabtu melayan juga dia. The woman inspector she keep supporting me and say like, we find difficult to caught all these rapists because the victim keep on blaming themselves and you should not do that.
Actually, for me, I'm also very reluctant to voice it out because it's not something which you can be proud of. I did not tell anyone until this particular day. As a man, everyone would think they have a stronger, you can fight them.
This man came over and then he offered me the ride home. He asked me to wait for a while and then he went and took his bike and I just hopped onto his bike.
I hopped on because I felt I could trust him. He's very friendly. He asked me whether I've watched pornography before and then whether I'm interested in touching him or allow him to touch me on the private parts, all those things. It is really an eye-opener because when it happens to me, I realize that this kind of things happens to boys as well, and it's not just girls. I was taught what type of touch is a good touch and what type of touch is not good. If not, I don't think I would know how to react at the point of time.
This has been going on forever. It's important because young people need to understand their body. The trouble is most people seem to think that if you have sex education, it involves showing kids how to have sex. Whether it's the internet, friends, or magazines, or porn, or whatever, all these sources are available and parents seem to be blind to all this. Would you rather your child learns from all these sources whom you should not trust, or from you?
You know that kids are getting into trouble on the internet. So you can use the same medium to reach your target audience with the solution to prevent the problem. You can provide the information that gives them a way to ask their questions without being found out. Don't put your information on a billboard far away from the internet. It's not reaching the kids in a way that the kids want to be reached. You know, if Justin Bieber started teaching sex ed, it would be really effective.
By this look of the picture, I can know everything about Eugene kan. Dia punya tarikh lahir, dia punya nama, dia tinggal dekat mana. Dan this picture, where you can find it? Internet.
When we give children access to the internet, you're literally giving them the most powerful tool on the planet. But have we equipped them with the right principle, with the right responsibility, with the right attitudes to use it? It's a very tricky question because a lot of parents just dump it on their kids and like, okay, just do whatever you want, and that's when everything goes south lah.
Actually, I didn't blame social media per se lah. It depends on how we handling it, and I learned my lesson lah. I know how to restrict myself from using all this social media, and even my Facebook with friends also, the one who actually I met physically and I know personally.
Nobody talks about what happens to the victim after to help her or him survive. You know, nobody talks about let's give them counseling, let's make sure they're okay and all that.
After the incident itself, it did not make me traumatized. Instead, I grew to this psychological problem on being much more addicted to sexual activities. I would actually date up to 5 guys in a day, book in the hotel room like nearly every single day.
He is like a monster to me. He's forever a shadow of how I look at life and how I look at men now. Because of what he have done, he have changed me as a person.
So the guy apologized to me and he promised that he already changed and it will not happen again. Despite of so many support that I got, the feeling of hopeless and the feeling of being used, the feeling of stupidity, all that keep on hunting me, you know. To a Muslim girls lah, religious view didn't encourage we to open our shame, but it's totally a wrong perception because we need to work on it and spread the awareness. It can happen to anyone, and this the main reason why the predator can have another victim, because you know that the victim be silent.
This is a map we are developing which will come online soon. It will enable the public to find out who their MPs are and then send them social media messages asking them to support our campaign for laws against sexual grooming.
Since Parliament is convening in October, we really need everyone's support because we're running out of time.